We are back with more My Hero Academia content because I need money. All right. God, I don't want to do this. But yeah, SHF Deku came out at the end of last year, and in my personal opinion, I think that release was an absolute shit show. Okay, the QC was terrible. The wrist pegs were super delicate. He had some other issues going on with them as well. Just overall, not a great release for Tamashii to end off the year, but you know, at the end of this year now, they have finally dropped a reissue for their SHF Deku, and we're here to see if they fixed all of his QC issues and to see if he is the definitive release for this guy, alright? Now, I'm not gonna make this intro too long because I have nothing else to say on My Hero. I mean, I'm just not watching that shit again, I'm sorry, but yeah, let's get into the review. Now, when it comes to the box, the presentation for me is very bland, very boring, okay? But you do have a bunch of poses on the side, the back, etc. Looks cool, got this green and white color going on. This might be going in the trash, but this figure was quite expensive, so I might keep it. We will see, all right? Now, the figure outside of the very boring box, he looks stunning, okay? I'll give Tamashii credit where credit is due. The sculpt work on the My Hero line so far has been phenomenal, okay? This guy looks insane. The face sculpts look great. Hair sculpt is very nice. The outfit looks really fucking cool. Love the scarf. I know a lot of people wish it was cloth goods, but for a plastic scarf, I think it does the job. It's on this ball joint. You can move it and stuff. It looks really cool, etc, etc. His clothes are really baggy and chunky, especially his shoes. They are fucking huge, especially compared to the revoltech. Overall, I think this outfit looks sick. Horikoshi cooked, and Tamashii brought it to life in figure form. I have no complaints with the sculpt work at all. Everything looks insane. Now, when it comes to the articulation, this is where the reissue gets very good and very bad all at the same time, all right? Unfortunately, all right? First of all, the wrist pegs are fixed. You do not have to worry about that issue anymore. On my copy, they feel really solid, really good. They're not too delicate. The hands pop off pretty easily. Did not need water or a hair dryer or anything at all to help that joint out. The QC on that seems to be clear and good, so don't you worry, okay? Now, the other issue that I actually do have, though, is the torso. Now, this is not a QC issue, this is just how the figure is engineered, but unfortunately, because they made the peg going forward instead of going up, it gives him more torso articulation, right? More range in terms of his ab crunch, kind of like an amazingyamaguchi figure, but if you turn it even a little bit to the right or to the left, it will immediately pop off, especially when it's rubbing against the belt. So basically, we got more range with the ab crunch, but the side to side or the waist swivel is going to be really annoying to mess with, and he feels very delicate right there. I don't know why they engineered him like this. I mean, I do, but it's like, is it really worth the extra torso articulation in terms of going forward if going side to side fucking sucks and he pops off every 2 seconds? I don't know. Engineering wise, I don't think it was a good decision. I would have much rather had less articulation here, so the swivel wasn't this bad. But overall, everything else about the articulation is fine. You know, double jointed elbows, knees, all right, very good ankle and toe articulation. Neck and head articulation is solid, especially considering that all this shit, like the scarf, is in the way, but you still got a good amount of range. And of course, the torso range is good going down. It's fantastic, but the mobility is really annoying with that waist swivel. I do not like this joint, and I hope they do not use it for other figures in the future because it kind of sucks. Now, for the accessories, I like what I'm seeing. The only thing that he's missing out on is actual electricity effect pieces. Unfortunately, it's locked behind that accessory pack. I've been using the effects from the revoltech one for this video and for my poses. I looked up the resale prices on that accessory pack. It's going for like $200 on eBay. I genuinely hate resellers, okay? I've never been that pissed to look at resale prices in my entire life. It actually made me visibly sick. $40 to over $200, all resellers should die. Just being honest with you, okay? But the accessories here are very okay, very solid if you do ask me in my personal opinion. All right, you got 4 different face plates, you got 2 different open palm hands, 2 fists, 3 different hair pieces, and a hand using black whip. That looks very cool. Got this black going into this translucent blue. Very, very cool shit, if I do say so myself. All right, now, don't have much to say on everything here, but it does work. Just maybe get some green lightning effects off of AliExpress or something if you don't want to spend that money on the accessory kit. That's all I could really say on that. Now for some height comparisons, here he is next to some random figures, including SHF Bakugo, and I think they look great together. I think he's supposed to be a little bit shorter than him, so there is that. But I think they look really solid together. Revoltech Todoroki definitely is going to look a little bit weirder because the art style is just a lot different compared to the art style of the SHF figures, but the height isn't too bad, so I think he blends in fine in dynamic poses. But overall, I think Deku's height is solid. He's 1/12 scale, and he's going to look good with basically any other 1/12 scale figure you have. Now for my final thoughts. It's a good reissue, but at the end of the day, the first release should have been good to begin with, okay? Tamashii is just going back and fixing their mistakes that they should have never had to begin with, okay? The first release was absolutely fucking terrible, all right? That QC was disgusting. Every single figure had that wrist peg issue. It was just a bad release, and I feel like this is just a big slap in the face to anybody who bought the first release. Now they gotta buy either this second one or they're gonna be stuck with a shittier version of this figure. That's really what it is, and that really sucks, okay? But I mean, I will say the reissue is good. The plastic quality still feels shitty though, of course, because, you know, we've already talked about this 1,000 times. Tamashii's plastic quality has gone down over the years, and now it feels really cheap and really bad. So just expect that for most of their releases. It is what it is. I don't know what to do about that, so that sucks. But overall, like I said, if you haven't picked them up ever at all, or even if you bought the first issue and you want a better version of that figure, then do I recommend? Yeah, I don't like the torso peg at all. That really sucks. That's my only real major complaint. I don't like that engineering at all, but the rest of the figure is solid. He's fun to pose. I've been posing him a lot, and I mean, he looks really damn good. All right, so if you're a My Hero fan, this is a pretty good release. All right, just stay away from that first release at all costs. That shit sucks. Do not buy that. All right, be careful where you buy your figures from. All right. Other than that, though, don't have too much to say. You know, like and subscribe, all that bullshit. Stay hydrated, eat Chipotle, and enjoy the winter season coming up very soon, man. All right, I'm gonna see y'all very soon for some new videos. My top 10 is gonna be dropping probably next month, so expect that. Top 10 for the year, and more me to come, unfortunately. So yeah, I'll pause on that. That was a little crazy. All right, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here though before I keep talking and embarrassing myself. Yeah. Chipotle down my throat, nigga, this shit so good. Hot and spicy, ready in your mouth, twin. Yeah, shit going down your throat, shit so good, twin. I know.